Hello guys, so welcome and welcome back to this video. So in this video I'm going to talk about the naming conventions available or the ones I normally use. Most of the times whenever I'm working on a particular project. So there are those variable names or the function names that require more than one word, or you find they have more than one word. So to define them, you can use the following naming conventions I'm going to explain to you. So there are so many naming conventions, but I'm typically going to talk about the three of them, the two of them that I mostly like to use whenever I'm working on a project. So the first one is always the snake case or the use of an underscore. So snake case or the use of an underscore. So snake case is where you're joining two words by use of by use of an underscore. So for example, when you're defining first name, you join the first and the name using an underscore like that. That's the naming convention number one, the snake case. Snake case uses an underscore. So you can understand that. The other thing is or the other naming convention I'm going to talk about is the camel case. Camel case is where the first letter of the word has to be an uppercase, except for the initial word. This is what I mean. You want to join the first and name like that. When you join the words, the two words, first letter of the word has to be an uppercase, except the first letter of the first word. So that means you're going to define it like that. That's the camel case. For example, you may have more than two words. For example, let there be, like that. You can define it. That's the camel case. So we can go the third one, or the third naming convention is the Pascal or the Pascal case. The Pascal case is just the same as the camel case, but the difference is the first the first letter of the first word must also be in an uppercase. So whenever you're joining the word, all your first letters must be in an uppercase. So like that, first name, like that. So these are basically the rules that are just created. So it's not a must to follow them, but I'm just giving you a hint of how you can be following your naming conventions to avoid confusion. For example, when you're working on a larger project, you don't have you're defining this variable as this, your variables in this particular program, you're defining it like this. Then you go to another program of the same project, you're defining it like this. Then you go to another program of the same project, you are defining it like this. No, that's not professional. Isn't any professional way of doing your work. So pick one of the naming convention and ensure you follow that. Every time you're working on a project, ensure you follow that. If it's the snake case, start to the end. If it's camel case, start to the end. Like so, but don't use more than one naming convention in one project. That will create confusion whenever you are going to refer these variables or the functions names. So ensure pick one, go with it and work with it. So for me, I like Kamikase or Snakes. These are the two most I use, but I don't use them in one particular project. So in a particular project, I might find the Snakes as the better one, so I just pick it. So in a Kamikase, I might find this one is more or way better than the Snakes, so I work on that. So ensure pick one, go with it to the end of the project. So and you shall do the good work. So thank you. So and that's all for the naming convention in Python or in any other program language. So thank you.